Hi Bobcats, Mr. Hahn here, and we are looking at our sixth SEL lesson of the year. We're going to continue focusing on self-awareness, and today we're going to do a fun little personality test and look at the different personality types. Hopefully this will help you gain an insight more into your unique personality along with your strengths and areas for improvement, as well as some information about different careers that might be good fits for you, among many other things. So let's take a closer look at today's lesson. Our learning targets or our objectives is that you guys will continue to learn about self-awareness. You will take a free personality test. I would like to give you the disclaimer that although this test is free, they'll give you a basic report, which gives you some pretty good information. And if you want more detailed or comprehensive information, you do have to pay a small fee. And that's totally optional. That's not required by any means. You will also need to click on the link to go to the Google form to share your responses to complete this assignment. In total, this assignment should take anywhere from about 30 to 60 minutes to complete. So before we move on to the lesson, I'd just like to click on the links and show you what these are going to look like. The personality test will bring you to the one that we're going to do today is called Personality Perfect. And it consists of, I think it's about 20 questions. And you'll just start here and you'll answer the questions. And then at the very bottom, so it looks like there's about 28 questions. You'll put in your email address and then you'll get the test results. There might be some confusing terms in this personality test. And if you have any confusion, feel free to look up any of those terms or ask your Bobcat teacher. Going back to our presentation, you will complete your responses by clicking on the link, record your responses through Google Forms, which will bring you here. Be sure to put in your first and your last name and who your Bobcat teacher is. Just a note that your responses will be shared not only with me, but with your counselor, your grade level counselor, as well as your Bobcat teacher. And this is what your response or your assignment form looks like. All right, getting back to our presentation. So we're going to focus on, again, as I said before, we're going to continue with self-awareness, as that's one of the SEL competencies that impacts all the other SEL competencies, including relationship skills, responsible decision-making, self-management, and social awareness. All right, so why should we even learn about our personality? So, a famous poet or author, Henry David Thoreau, said, "Not until we are lost do we begin to understand ourselves." I want you to stop and reflect and just think for a minute, what does that mean to you? All right, so again, why learn about our personality? Just thinking, have you ever had issues with personal relationships? Have you ever had a hard time identifying your strengths or your weaknesses? Wondering what kind of career would be good for you or what academic major would be good for you in college? Well, understanding your personality and its type will help unlock some of these important insights. Um, it will help you gain a real understanding to how you relate to the world and how others relate to you. It can be applied to life in a number of different ways, as I said before, whether it's going off to college and choosing a major, or whether it's choosing a different professional career, or different things about friendships, all kinds of different things that can be really helpful in all of our daily interactions. All right, continuing. Why are we learning about our personality types? Some benefits of learning about our personality and its types is to identify strengths and weaknesses, gain insight about how to improve relationships, discover careers and career paths to avoid, and to learn more about our own school and workplace habits. So, personality tests are typically sorted into pairs, and there's 4 different pairs. The first one is extroversion and introversion. You've probably heard these terms before. When people ask, are you an extrovert or an introvert? Oftentimes people think of extroverts as people who are more outgoing, more maybe social, like spending time around other people. And introverts typically are people who enjoy spending more time by themselves, might be a little more shy, quiet, or reserved. It's also sorted into sensing and intuition. And then the other pair is thinking and feeling. So do you do things based on how you feel and your emotions, or is it more based off of your thoughts and your way of thinking? And then the last pair is judging and perceiving. So one of each pair is combined to create a four-letter abbreviation for each personality type. So for example, ESTJ, which is what I was determined to be from one of these personality tests, means extroversion, sensing, thinking, and judgment. Another one, an example might be INFP, introversion, intuition, feeling, and perception. These personality types are great indicators of how you usually behave, and they also provide interesting clues about how others might see you. So, by taking this test in a minute, you'll discover the real you. I will tell you there's lots of different tests out there. There are some that are free, while others can be very costly and expensive. Some are very complicated with lots of questions, and they require a lot of time to complete, whereas others are shorter, less labor intensive, and more kid friendly. In today's lesson, you guys will take the free personality test from Personality Perfect. As I said before, this one is free and you get a free basic report, which includes lots of great information. If you want additional information or want to get the full report, you can pay a small cost to get the detailed report. There's also a great second test, which I'll talk a little bit more about, that's also free for the basic report, or if you want to pay a little more, you can get a more detailed, comprehensive report. So you can either click on this link here on the bottom to access the test, or you can click on the link from earlier in the slide. So after you've taken the Personality Perfect test, if you really want to compare your results and take a second one, you can take another great personality test through 16 personalities by clicking here. This one's entirely voluntary and optional. And the second test looks like this. Let's get back to our presentation. And that is all. Thank you so much, Bobcats. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson and that you've gained some valuable insight about yourself and learned some new things.